First, I want to establish this fact that there is no right way or wrong way of making or designing a flyer. In as much as you understand the principles that are guiding your work, you can always break these rules and make something out of them. In this class, I'm going to be taking you through how you can simply design a flyer for your church, and we'll be designing a flyer for a communion service. I will try to make this as simple as possible and as clear as possible. Like I said, there is no wrong way or right way of designing a flyer. Just know the rules, know the principles, and use them to your own advantage. My name is Donna Joel, and I will be your tutor for today. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that right away and put on the notification bell so that whenever I upload videos like these in subsequent time, you can always get notified early so that you'll be the first person to view everything I'm doing in this channel. So let's get straight to work. The software I'm using is Adobe Photoshop, and let me walk you through this. I'll open my Photoshop. This is my Photoshop environment, and the measurement I'm using for my work is 6 inches by 6 inches, which happens to be the Instagram profile photo size. So how am I going to be doing this? First of all, I'll be using my personal pictures so that I don't get penalized by anyone for using their images without permission or unauthorized. So let me move in my picture to this space. I want to use my picture as the pastor's picture. So let me bring down this page by holding down my control and hitting my minus sign. Then to bring my image to the right proportion, I'm going to be holding down control and hitting T, control plus T, to select my image. Then I will hold down my shift plus alt and drag with my mouse. I'm going to be reducing this image. Alright, so we have the image reduced. I will hit enter or click on commit. Let's wait for Photoshop to wrap that up for us before I zoom out. The image is rightly positioned. I want to be the pastor for this church today. So let me bring in the template I got from the internet. You can also do that on the communion template. I'll drag in and position. Alright. So I will go to my panel, which is here, and bring down the image, bring it beneath, take my eraser tool and clean part of this. Okay, let me increase my eraser by using my parentheses. So I will be cleaning this to blend with the background I have. Okay, alright, this is what I will do. So more than that, I'm going to be reducing the opacity of this template. Yeah, make it more transparent. Alright, so let me bring in my text. Communion service. Okay, so my text is white, I will change the color. Just take note of everything I'm doing. I'll change my text color to black first of all to see it. This communion. Let me type service. Communion service. So let's change this font because I want to change it. This is not the font I want to use, so I'll change it to the font of my choice, in as much as it's going to communicate whatsoever I intend doing. I'm still concerned about the choice of my font. I think I'm gonna go with this, and I'll close the space between my fonts and close that space. Okay. I'm trying to increase my text. Okay. And that's for the service. Let me see. I'll make it capital case, and I don't think there will be any need to change the font. If need be, okay, let's go with this. Alright, so I'll reduce that. Then I'll just space just to give me something modern like. If I like, I can do this. And change this to capital case. The reason why I did this is for me to have a better distribution of this text. You get, to make proper use of the space here. You saw that the text was actually on the head of the pastor, so I think we should make do with this. Okay. Dominion service. Okay. So our image, I think we should still brighten this image to blend with the background we have. Let's see if this works out. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to add some vibrance to the image also. Okay. Okay, let me reduce the vibrance. I think it's too much. Vibrance is too much, or preferably I reduce the saturation of the image. Let's see. Okay, I think it's perfect. So I'm gonna work with this text now. Let me change this text to something red, and I'll work with this. So let me bring in this image of this bread again. So just look at how I'm going to create this text effect. So I'll place it on top of this communion text. I'm going to be power clipping this image inside the text and create an effect on the text so that we can have some real attention commanding text effect. Right click on your photo and create clipping mask. Get? So you have your bread and your stuff now inside your font, which is your text. You can see the effect. Then come here, still under your panel, and change the blend mode. Change the blend mode of your text until it gives you what you want. Okay. I think if I get what I want now, I'm going to settle for that. Alright, should we settle for this? Let's see other options. Let's see other options. I think I'll settle for this. Alright, so this on the background, preferably I'm going to turn it to black and white. I want the background to be as plain as possible. Alright, I want it to be as plain as possible. Okay, so I will bring in my date here. I can say this Sunday. I want to undo this. I just made a mistake there now by not reducing my text appropriately. So I'll hold on shift and reduce from one side of it, then I'm going to hit enter. Okay, so every other information is coming under here. Let's say I'll bring in some dummy informations. Then your church name should appear here or underneath. You can put your logo. Let me just put a circle there. The church logo mustn't be a circle form, okay? So let's say this is your logo. You can decide to make that red service. Make that service red. Okay. think your logo can be here. Then let me bring in dummy informations, just dummy informations that you can just work with. Maybe let this be your church address. This can just be your church address, and okay. I'm changing my text, my character, what is it called? Properties. I think I should use 10. Size 10 should give me what I want. Okay. Then here I will use 0. Okay. Then I'm going to close in the space between my text. And close that in. Mind you, I'm just using dummy informations, okay? This can be your address. If you notice, I'm using just one alignment for all my design, which is left alignment. This Sunday, let's bring in our time here. Say 10 a.m. This time should have a different color. And you can notice I'm working with just two tone of colors, just two tone of colors, which is red and black. So we have this, and the pastor's name can come here. Let's say this pastor Donald. Sure. 12. Okay. So we have this, and this is supposed to be your right alignment. Okay. So change your font, your text color to black. Since we are working with that theme. All right. So if you want to make it more, let me duplicate this text by pressing Ctrl plus J. If you want to make it more detailed, you can say join us for join us for communion service this Sunday. All right. You can decide to box this if you like, but for me I don't think there's any need. Just outline should no fill, just the outline. I don't think there should be need for that. Right. So this character, let me say if it can. Alright, go with that. Expand it. Alright, can still reduce it. Okay. So I think I should still add some vibrance to this picture, make it look more lively. Okay. All right, so we have this perfectly done, simple and unique. I can decide to add color to the background or not. So let's see if we can work with color on the background, but I'm just going to be using a flow of color, you get. So let's do something like this, change this color to, should we use red? Okay, red or brown, blood, whatsoever you call it. So first of all, I'll clean this background. I'm gonna clean it. Yeah, and just use my blend mode to give it, to make sure it gives me another effect at the top. Okay. I think I will work with this. All right. So let's work with this. I can decide to reduce this. Choose this opacity. So you have something like this that can easily give you attention. Let's see if we can still do something with this background. I think I love this. Let me blur this background first. Come to filter, blur, and blur this background. Let's see how it turns out to be. Perfect. I think I love this. I love this. All right. So I love this. Let me change this font to another color. Say H. Okay. So let me try to add a shadow to this communion. This right up, right click, blend mode, drop shadow. Let's take the distance a little bit far from it. Increase the spread. Let me increase the opacity so you can see the effect first before I reduce it. Okay, you can see the effect of the shadow now. Let me reduce the opacity and the distance, and now reduce the spread. All right, so let's not make it too obvious. So I'm going to add an effect to the background. Just watch. I will create a new layer on top of this background. Okay, let's take our photo up first, because I don't want the effect to be on the photo. So I'll come here, the next layer, I'll create a background, a layer, sorry. Then I'm going to be filling this layer with a square. Don't worry, just follow me. Okay, so I'll fill this square with I'll fill this square with a pattern, not color. I'm going to choose a pattern. Let's choose the pattern now. Okay. All right, I'll choose this pattern, and what I will do here is I will reduce the opacity of this shape, which happens to be a square. I'm going to reduce the opacity and the fill. That's what I'm doing now at this end. Then you will see the effect it will give to us after loading. All right, now you see the effect. You can decide to change the blend mode also, if you so wish. Okay, I think let's change the blend mode. Okay, all right, I think we're done with our flyer. Don't forget, this is our logo. This is our logo. So let me make this name. I think I should make it capital case if it's gonna be working. Okay, let's leave it as center case. I think I'm done with this. Join us. Can we take that to black color? Right. Possibly you want to increase this. You can see why I reduce it, because it is going to be competing for attention. So that was why I reduced the opacity of this image. You can see it's competing for attention now. So let's take it back to how it were or how it used to be. So I think, yeah, we're done with this. All I need to do now is to export. Then after saving, you can export. Save as JPEG or PNG, whichever you want to use. Common service. Okay, so this is where you must put your image quality in consideration. You can see it's low. Please, if you are saving your images to have quality images, always use the maximum. Use 12. So you save it. So let's go and open our design. Okay, this is it. Perfect. This is it. Just that's all. You don't need to kill yourself over it. Okay. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.